Hello, doctors. I'm Dr. Chris Rapoff of EZ QME Continuing Education, and welcome to this week's presentation. Today we'll continue to explore the more interesting information that was taken from the recently published Commission on Health and Safety and Workers' Compensation 2023 Annual Report. Today is the first of a two-part series that investigates the system costs of medical legal expenses with data actually provided before and after the implementation of the new 2021 official medical legal fee schedule. Today I will discuss the overall system costs and benefits since its inception in 2021. In our second installment of this series, I'll explore the potential medical legal cost drivers of the new MLFS as we analyze medical legal services and actually separate them by their medical specialties. So we ask, is the new 2021 medical legal fee schedule providing the positive impact that the DWC had hoped for? You may be surprised at the answer. First, these are the following sources I referenced when producing this presentation. Feel free to copy and paste these links into your browser if you'd like to read more about their deep dive into new medical legal fee schedule. So let's get started. Now, in April of 2021, the DWC implemented a new medical legal fee schedule. Now, the goal of the implementation of this new schedule was to grant a, number one, cost of living increase in the fees for qualified medical evaluators, and also possibly to attract more physicians into the ranks of the QME. The last time the medical legal fee schedule was actually updated was in 2006. So conservative estimates originally said that the effect of the new MLFS by some management companies predicted that at least a 20% increase in income for the providers. This prediction was in line with the stated goal of the DWC to increase the provider compensation by 25% and to normalize the predictability of billing and minimize the underpayments and or overpayments that were perceived elements in the former medical legal fee schedule. Now, according to the Workers' Compensation Insurance Rating Bureau, the retrospective evaluation of the MLFS changes done earlier in 2023 showed that the medical legal cost had actually increased by 50% since the implementation of the new fee schedule, which was substantially higher than earlier estimates. Now, this updated estimate of the impact of the 2021 MLFS changes results in an approximate 3.2 increase in total overall medical workers' compensation costs in the state of California. Now, with that information, you can imagine, since the fee schedule has been in effect since 2021, there are mixed reviews to its effectiveness at reaching its stated goals. One preliminary study found that the payments for the face-to-face evaluations increased by 52.9% over the same period in 2019. The study further found that after the implementation of the new MLFS, the ranks of QMEs increased by a paltry 3% over the 2020 levels. Now, at this point, they indicate that there really is insufficient data to determine whether the new MLFS is actually accomplishing the goals as envisioned by the DWC at its implementation, and they state that further studies assessing the effects of the new MLFS will undoubtedly be forthcoming in the workers' compensation community. Now, the DWC is also in the process of commissioning a comprehensive study of the Qualified Medical Legal Evaluation Program in its entirety. Among the topics for this study is its effectiveness of the MLFS, and any quantitative analysis of the new medical legal fee schedule will be revealed with the results of that study. Stay tuned. Now, as a little background and review, the most recent reform, the Senate Bill 863, which took effect in 2013, didn't directly address the medical legal process, but its several provisions introduced a significant change to the medical legal evaluations and how medical treatment disputes are resolved. If you recall, according to the DWC, under the former system, it took approximately 9 to 12 months to resolve a dispute over the treatment needed for an injury, just the treatment needed. The process required negotiating over the selection of an agreed medical evaluator, obtaining a panel, negotiating over the selection of a state-certified medical evaluator, making an appointment, waiting for the appointment to get an examination, waiting for the evaluator's report, and then if the parties still disagree, waiting a hearing for the workers' compensation judge, and finally awaiting the judge's decision on the recommended treatment. Now, in many of these cases, the treating physician could also rebut or request a clarification from the medical evaluator, and the medical evaluator could be required to follow up with supplemental reports or answer certain questions in a deposition. Now, the State Board, Senate Bill 863, replaced those 8 steps with an IMR process similar to the one that's used in group healthcare plans currently. And this takes almost approximately 40 days or fewer to arrive at a determination to obtain appropriate treatment. As you can see, much, much less than what was originally planned with the MLFS prior to this. Now, the DWIRC's medical data call provides 2 sets of medical legal data. The first one is for all the claims with total and partial disabilities, temporary disabilities, medical only, and denied claims as well. The second set is only for claims with total and permanent partial disability, which usually have higher severity and a longer life cycle. Now, claims reported to the MDC include claims with any medical transaction, and for this report are grouped by service year of a transaction. Now, we see here that the number of permanent disability, which we are going to just study here, permanent disability claims, all of the claims originating in 3 California regions in service years between 2018 and 2022. As you can see, about 31 to 34% of the claims statewide involve a permanent disability from 2018 to 2022, including the last 3 quarters of 2021 under the new MLFS. From 2020 to 2022, the first year that the complete and more consistent medical legal data became available, the number of all claims increased by 9%, and the number of permanent disability claims increased only by 1%. However, around 61% of all the claims and 67% of all permanent disability claims originated in Southern California, and 23% of all claims and only 20% of the permanent disability claims originated in Northern California. So the different regions in California have different patterns of medical legal reporting. Regions with a higher share of work comp claims in the system have a bigger impact on the average number of medical legal evaluations per claim and the average cost of medical legal evaluations statewide. Now, here you see some raw data, but it shows the number of the medical legal reports conducted on permanent disability in California from 2013 to 2022. As you see the line between 20 and 21, that is the implementation of the new MLFS for your information. Now in 2022, a total of 113,400 medical legal reports on all claims were issued, of which 60% of those, or 68,100, were on permanent disability claims alone. Now, in the period between 2013 and 2020, when the old 2006 medical legal fee schedule was in effect, the number of medical legal reports on permanent disability claims was an average of 57,400. That was per year between 2013 and 2015. However, it increased by 34% from 2015 to 2017, and then decreased again by 6% from 2017 to 19. The number of medical legal reports on permanent disability claims also decreased 11% from 19 to 20. And the share of the medical legal reports in California conducted on the permanent disability claims decreased from 57% in 2013 to 52 to 53% in 2015 and 16. There was a 13 percentage point increase in the share of all medical legal reports conducted on permanent disability claims between 16 and 17, which pretty much stabilized at about 63% from 2017 to 2020. Now in 2022, as the new MLFS was in its second year, the share of all medical legal reports conducted on the PD claims decreased to 60%, but not substantially. Now we take a look at the statewide medical legal payments on permanent disability claims in California from 2013 to 2022. The medical legal payments on permanent disability claims increased 23% in medical legal payments during 2013 to 2016. The share of the medical legal payments for permanent disability claims then decreased from 58% in 2013 to an average of 54% for all yearly medical legal payments in 2014 through 2016. That share increased by 13 percentage points to 67% from 2016 to 17, and then stabilized at 63 to 64% from 2018 to 21. Now, interestingly, the medical legal payments on permanent disability claims actually increased by 46% from 2020 to 22 and comprised 62% of the total medical legal payments in 2022. According to the WCIRB, the increase in the medical legal costs was primarily driven by a significantly higher than initially projected increase in the cost for record review and increased utilization of medical legal services per claim. Now here we touch on the number of medical legal evaluations per 100 workers' compensation claims of permanent disability in California. This shows the frequency of the medical legal reports and the permanent disability claims statewide from 2013 to 2022. And 2021 actually includes the last 3 quarters of 21 covered by the new medical legal fee schedule. The average number of medical legal evaluations per 100 permanent disability claims is about double the rate for all claims, while the average number of the medical legal evaluations per 100 claims stabilized at 23 between 2013 and 2020. The same rate for permanent disability claims decreased overall by 10% from 49 reports per 100 claims in 2013 and 14 to 43 to 44 reports per 100 permanent disability claims in the last 3 years from 2018 to 2020. Now here we see the average cost of a medical legal evaluation on all and permanent disability claims in California. This shows that both the average cost of a medical legal evaluation on permanent disability claims. Under the old medical legal fee schedule, both types of average costs stabilized from 17 to 2020. Starting in 2021, when the new medical legal fee schedule became effective, the average paid for medical leave services per claim had increased significantly, and it was mostly driven by an increase in the average payments per service as the new fee schedule increases the reimbursement allowance for most medical legal services. In particular, the cost of additional pages for record review appear to be the driver for the higher average medical legal payments in 2022. Now here we see the average cost of a medical legal evaluation on the permanent disability claims from 18 to 22 in 3 different regions of California. In 2022, that is the first year of the complete data under the new 2021 MLFS. These trends in both the average number of medical legal evaluations per claim and the average cost of an evaluation in California are actually being driven by the medical legal evaluations in none other than Southern California. And about 58 to 60% of all the medical legal evaluations originated in Southern California in 2023 to 2022, reflecting the similar share of Southern California in the workers' compensation claims. Similarly, a 60% share of the Southern California in total medical legal payments under the new MLFS in 2022 position. This region is the main cost driver in California, and they anticipated that to be the case for the incoming years. So we delved into the medical legal fee schedule of 2021 a bit, and we're finding that the jury's still out on the effectiveness of this new change. But next time we're going to explore the potential medical legal cost drivers as they analyze the medical legal services separated by their medical specialty. They're going to break down which medical specialty provides most of these medical legal services, what are their average costs of these evaluations, and much more. So doctors, I'm Dr. Chris Rapoff, and I wanted to thank you for taking the time to join me in today's presentation. And I encourage you to join me next time so that we can find out just how your specialty contributes to the cost of the medical legal services in the California's workers' compensation system. Until then, thank you.